Please, don't send me back." The girl's voice cracked in the silence of the ranch barn. Her small hands clutched the tattered cloth she had wrapped around her shoulders, trembling from more than just the cold. The rancher, a man who had spent decades working the land, froze as he lifted that cloth away. What he saw underneath made his jaw lock, his chest tighten, and his entire world shift. "Before I take you further, I'll ask you right now, if this story grips your heart, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support helps keep these powerful stories alive. Now let's go back to how it all began. The sun had just dipped behind the Wyoming mountains when Caleb Turner, a rugged rancher known for his solitude, was tending his horses. Life on the ranch was simple but lonely, and Caleb liked it that way. He had long ago buried his pain beneath the work, the loss of his wife, the silence of an empty house, and the son who had grown estranged years ago. But that night, his life was about to change forever. A sound caught his ear, not the sound of coyotes or restless cattle, but a whimper, soft, desperate. Caleb turned, his boots crunching against the gravel as he made his way toward the barn. When he pushed the wooden door open, his eyes landed on a fragile figure curled up in the hay. A girl, no older than 12 or 13, shivering, her face streaked with tears and dirt. She looked up, terrified. "Please," she whispered, her voice raw. "Don't send me back." Caleb's brows knitted. He crouched down slowly, cautious not to scare her. "Send you back where?" The girl's lips trembled, and she tightened the cloth around her shoulders. Caleb could see bruises peeking out beneath her sleeve. His chest burned with a sudden anger he hadn't felt in years. He gently reached for the cloth she clutched, and when he lifted it away, he froze. Beneath it, her arms told a story of neglect and cruelty, deep marks, old scars, wounds that no child should carry. His throat went dry. For a man who had worked cattle and broken wild horses, Caleb had never seen something that made him feel so powerless. He swallowed hard, lowering his voice. "You're safe here. No one's sending you anywhere tonight." The girl broke down, her sobs echoing in the barn. Caleb sat beside her awkwardly at first, then carefully placed a hand on her shoulder. He hadn't comforted anyone in years. But this wasn't about him. Over the next days, Caleb learned her name was Lily. She had run from a foster home where cruelty hid behind closed doors. Every word she spoke was cautious, as if afraid he would turn on her too. Caleb saw the haunted look in her eyes, the same look he had seen in his son long ago, before he had let pride push his boy away. Caring for Lily wasn't easy. She flinched at sudden sounds. She hoarded bits of food in her pockets, terrified the meals would stop. At night, Caleb would hear her crying softly in the guest room. And though he wasn't sure he was cut out for this, something inside him refused to give up on her. One morning, as he worked the fields, he noticed Lily watching from the fence. He handed her a small bucket. "Think you're strong enough to help feed the calves?" he asked gently. She hesitated, then nodded. Step by step, the ranch began to rebuild something in her that the world had tried to destroy. She smiled, just faintly, when a calf nuzzled her hand. It was the first smile Caleb had seen. But the past has a way of finding you. Weeks later, a black car pulled up the dirt road. A stern woman stepped out, papers in hand. She was from the state. "Mr. Turner, this girl is not yours. You can't just keep her." Lily's face went pale. She ran to Caleb, clinging to his shirt. "Please, don't send me back." Caleb's jaw clenched. He looked from the woman to the girl in his arms. Memories of losing his son, of standing by while someone he loved slipped away, surged in his chest. "Not this time." He straightened his shoulders. "You'll have to fight me first," he said firmly. "This girl deserves better than being treated like property, and if I have to stand before every judge in this state, I'll do it. She belongs somewhere safe, and I'll make sure she gets it." The battle wasn't easy. Paperwork, court hearings, accusations. Caleb, a man of the land, found himself lost in the world of lawyers and social workers. But through every trial, Lily stood by him, and slowly, something more than protection grew between them. Trust. She began to laugh at his corny jokes, to race him on horseback, to call him Monsieur Caleb, in the mornings as though it was their ritual. Months later, the judge made the decision. "Caleb Turner, you are hereby granted guardianship of Lily Adams." In that courtroom, Caleb turned to Lily, and she threw her arms around him, tears of joy streaming down her cheeks. "Thank you," she whispered. "Thank you for not sending me back." For the first time in years, Caleb felt whole. Not because the ranch was thriving, Not because the land was green, but because he had found family again in the most unexpected way. And so, when you hear someone say, "Don't send me back," remember this: sometimes the greatest healing comes when we choose love over fear and compassion over convenience. Caleb had given Lily a home, but Lily had given Caleb a reason to live again. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories. Your support helps us share hope with the world. And remember, every act of kindness, no matter how small, can change a life forever.